Life safety issues exist. Emergency repairs required before restoration to make ready for intended use. Failed with major repairs. Technical repair report for bidding. Restoration with permit by fully licensed vendor. Engineer oversight. 3 site visits. Certification with owner liability in lieu of a load test. Load test still may be required by the AHJ.
Fire escape engineers inspect the summary video. Here we are in New York City, fire escape number 4. Fire escape does have life safety concerns. That tread there and possibly 1 or 2 more treads on the whole system is ready to fall, but that one's already fell without me even doing the hammer test on it. Life safety concern must be dealt with immediately. Fire escape must be structurally sound, must be kept painted in order for us to certify. Fire escape does need a full paint job. Fire escape does need structural work to be done, including that tread, and I'm going to go explain all that needs to be done. So first, dealing with the paint. The fire escape is 75 to 100 years old, has lead paint. So EPA rules apply. Whenever somebody is scraping and painting this fire escape, they must follow all EPA lead laws, and that means that you got to collect the chips, dispose of them correctly, notify all the tenants. No welding of any kind allowed on this fire escape. The fine for violating the EPA lead law is $37,500. Okay, structurally, fire escape has not seen routine maintenance on this fire escape other than a few things, such as this is another ladder, 10 to 15 years old. But these are all original rivets, all original hardware. This fire escape has not seen any maintenance. So, with that being said, let's talk about all the structural issues. Some of these connections just need routine maintenance, and then it needs to be load tested, and some of them need actually structural work to be done, and there's no load test if you do structural work on certain connections. Water is getting into all the cement, so 100% of all the cement is bad on all floors, but just starting, it's anywhere from the first 25 to 50% failure rate. Let's talk about the clips and the connections here. As you can see, some of them just need routine maintenance, but some of them do need to be changed out. Again, I'm telling you what the typical problems are, not where they are and how many exist. That's an engineer oversight program that comes with 3 to 5 visits. This is just an initial pass-fail examination report. Original hardware on the hook that holds the ladder, it's still original hardware. I need to change those out. Some railings were replaced here, original hardware. As you can see, routine maintenance. Clips on all these that hold all these rails are all shot, as the pictures show that I did. So all the railings that need structural. 100% of these treads need to be removed, and these treads need to be repaired and put back or replaced. I recommend replacing because it's cheaper. And it's a typical 22-inch tread by 6. Again, pre-existing non-conforming. The clips at the top, they need to be rebolted. Cement work, cement work, cement work. Some of the cement work has cracked your sills on the rest of your building going down. So this is the 4th where this iron work is ruining the sills. Water gets in here, builds that up, and then it cracks your sill. When the iron grows through rust jacking, it'll crack the sills. So now we need to seal this so water doesn't get back to my piece. I'm going to go down very slowly now because I got to step over this tread. Coming down slowly. Original hardware. Top stringer clip rebolts. The rivets on the brackets, they look pretty good. Low tested. Rivets on the back look good. Low tested on the bracket, but the cement needs to be sealed. Look at all the treads. Look how bad this one already fell. So there's the tread, but look at the rivets, they're still there. So that's what the problem is, okay? So this is what you want to avoid. Okay, so look at this. Here, all this rust jacking on the very top. All this rust jacking, okay? The stabilizer back to the building. See how the water's getting in there? Okay, rust jacking. Some of these treads will not be able to be repaired. No welding allowed because of the lead paint. Replacement, rebolting. A lot of this will cut your fingers, cut your hands. Lead paint, rust jacking on all the treads. 100% of these treads. And this tread here, these are ready to go. Look how much rust jacking it is. Look at that. You can actually see daylight going down. See that? Okay. So as you can see, all original hardware, the original connections, the rail connections are gone as I took the shots from below. Again, so if you have rivets and it just needs routine maintenance, then you need to load test this. If you need to change the connection out, there is no load test. Ladder has been replaced. It is punched through. The ladder was replaced, again with some welded pieces, and again welds have to be load tested. All the cement in the building, look at that, all of the cement. Water gets in here through these cracks, feeds those, pushes out the cement, and then it starts the rust jacking. Okay, cement work here, cement work here. This fire escape is 75 plus years old, has not seen routine maintenance in its lifetime. All original rivets. There's 12 of these. Look, used to be a nut on top of that. It's gone. See, look at that. So what's stopping that from a lateral load test? Somebody with a quick little weld here. All welds. Again, welding is not allowed. You have to scissor this and put a splicer. 2 bolts, 2 bolts. That's not allowed. Look at all that. That's we already have material loss, so all of that needs to be replaced. Look at the rust jacking in here. I can actually see daylight through. And this is that kicker arm back here. As you can see here. And look at all the cement, the water getting inside there. So water gets inside. Look at all that spalling. Okay, water's getting inside. Look at that. So this is typical of all these buildings. Anything 6 stories and up needs an local law 11 facade inspection. Everything below that never gets touched, and that's why these fire escapes were ignored. This is one of 12. This is fire escape number 4, and this one has life safety concern. Treads are already falling by themselves, but look at all the amount of rust jacking that's happening in there. Okay, look at that. Okay. Excuse me, the paint, as you can see, lead law applies, lead rules apply, no welding of any kind. So this fire escape fails, cannot be load tested at this time, cannot be repaired at this time, it needs engineer oversight so that we can have a vendor. With engineer oversight, the vendors usually get 3 visits, an initial visit, a mid-visit, and a final visit. With not so qualified vendors, they get 5 visits to make sure that they're doing things correctly and that there's a 15 to 25 year structural warranty on such fire escapes. But the building's facade is just as important, so that water's not feeding the steel anymore. Any questions? Fire escape engineers, 866-649-0333.
Life safety issues exist. Emergency repairs required before restoration to make ready for intended use. Fire escape issues. Photos represent what the violations are, not where they are or how many exist. Pass-fail inspection, not technical repair report.